Well, I mean, we're going to discuss Purim a little bit more once we get a little closer to it. The Megillat Esther is something that you have to hear from a person. You cannot listen to it on Zoom. You cannot listen to it on a recording. You have to listen to it from a person. If you are concerned about coronavirus and things of that nature, then you have to arrange for somebody to come to your house and read the Megillah for you. I would suggest that if you have somebody like that in your community, to already make arrangements now, and make sure that you are giving him some money and promising to give him some money for doing it ahead of time, so he actually shows up. This is typically, there is at least one person in every Jewish community, if not more, that goes around different houses and reads the Megillah for the sake of the women. Every year, the women have a tough time going to the Knesset to hear the Megillah, so usually there's somebody that goes to the houses and reads the Megillah for them. So, if you have somebody like that in your community, then make arrangements for him to come to your house and read the Megillah. But if you're going to have, 10 people in your house, then really there's no reason for you to bring anybody to your house to read the Megillah. Just go to the Knesset. You already have a lot of people. It doesn't really make sense that if you're going to have all your friends come to your house anyway to listen to the Megillah, instead of, being selfish, just everybody go to the Knesset and hear it. But either way, remember that Purim has several halachot. One of them is to hear the Megillah, is also to give the MACHATZIT HaShekel, which is actually starting this week, to give the MACHATZIT HaShekel. MACHATZIT HaShekel is based on a third of the value of an ounce of silver, which is approximately $10. We're going to start a campaign like we do every year for anyone that wants to donate their MACHATZIT HaShekel for us to give it to poor people. That's one mitzvah of Purim. There's also MATANOT LaEvyonim, which is a separate mitzvah to give to the poor. And then there's also Mishloach Manot. Mishloach Manot. So these are other mitzvot in Purim. You have to make sure that you fulfill all of those. Getting drunk is not an obligation in Purim. What a person should do is to drink a little bit more than what he drinks during the year. But if he knows that he has even a 1% chance of making a sin as a result of him getting drunk, because that's how he is. He's the type of guy that makes sins, says stupid things, does stupid things. Once he's a little tipsy, then he should not drink wine to the point of getting drunk, but rather drink just a little bit more than what he drinks typically. So let's say, for example, if he drinks a little bit like this during the year, then he should drink just literally 1% more, and that's it, go to sleep. Without getting drunk, without getting a buzz, without getting nothing, just go to sleep and wake up later that day. That's what the Rambam says, that he should drink and go to sleep. He doesn't say drink to get drunk. So the point is that people that get drunk as a result of them wanting to fulfill the mitzvah, and because they're fulfilling this so-called mitzvah of theirs, they end up making a bunch of sins. They start cursing, they start making all types of other crimes, and they act like fools, make Chilul Hashem, and so on. Not only is it not a mitzvah, it's a sin, and it's a sin that they're going to have to pay very dearly for. And like I said, it's highly, highly recommended not to drink on Purim, unless that drinking makes you serve Hashem better, because you know yourself that when you drink, you have more chidushim in Torah, that you're more comfortable sharing, you're more likely to sing, because typically you're a shy person, so now you're going to sing and dance and celebrate the day. That's fine. But if you know that as a result of drinking, you're going to start falling over yourself, possibly punching your friend, yelling at your wife, hurting your kids, looking like a fool, do not drink. You're not allowed. It's a sin. It's a sin. It's a sin. And that sin is a lot more dear than any mitzvah you can possibly imagine. So it's most important for people to know that the Purim is a auspicious time to pray to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. It's an auspicious time to pray to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. There's the fast of Esther, there's the time of Purim itself, which is an auspicious time to pray to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, because that's a time that HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave us a salvation. So if you're going to be a drunk fool during that time, not only are you making sins, but also you're missing out on an opportunity to pray to HaKadosh Baruch Hu at a day that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is known to have given us our salvation, whether that salvation is your own personal salvation, to get a zivug, parnasah, good health, and so on and so forth, or it's to pray for Klal Yisrael, to have the same thing, parnasah, to have a tshuva, to have more Torah, and so on and so forth. Doesn't matter. Point is that you're missing on that opportunity, and that's why you should spend your time on Purim celebrating, but celebrating in a kosher way. So again, I think most people in the community should be able to simply go to the shul to listen to the Megillah. You know, you want to put those dog masks on, you can put the dog masks on. You don't want to put them on, then obviously it's better that you just stay home and have somebody come to you and you know, cover your face when they come, because don't make them uncomfortable. But you know, the point is that there's no permission to recuse yourself from those mitzvot. You have to do whatever you can to fulfill those mitzvot. I can tell you myself, it's a little difficult to fulfill the mitzvah in this new community that we're in, because there's really nothing here. You know, anything that I have, any synagogue that I have to go to is going to be a nice drive, 20 minutes or so from here. So we'll have to figure out where we're going. Please do not ask me where I'm going. Don't, you know, a lot of people like to ask me, oh, where are you going? Where are you going? Don't ask me where I'm going, for two reasons. Number one, I don't know. Number two, just because I'm going somewhere doesn't mean I want to see you there. When I go to Beit Knesset, I don't want to see anybody. I want to go pray. I want to leave. I don't want to socialize. You know, I know that may sound nasty, but let it be nasty. I don't want to see people I know in a synagogue. I want to go pray. I want to leave. So people always ask me, oh, where are you going? Where are you going? Don't ask me where I'm going. Okay? Because, again, I don't know, and also, I don't want to see you. With all due respect, I love everybody, but when I go to synagogue, I want to go, I want to leave. That's all I want to do. People want to socialize. Oh, what are you doing? Then they think that it's Stump the Rabbi live. Start asking me every single question they had since Yetziat Mitzrayim. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. This is and especially during Purim where I have to go back home so my wife can go. So again, for anyone that's asking, don't ask. Don't ask. Please, have some mercy on me. Holidays are, and Shabbat are for my family. They're not for the public. Let me know what you think, and make sure to share it, because other people need to learn too.